me the address, I put it in MapQuest. I'm an evangelist, can't find this on Angie's list. I pull up and handle it, I'm shaking my hand in it. You know the offer is up, are you gonna switch? I changed my lifestyle, I was quite wild, now it's bright now, an Israelite now.
Do we love one another like we're supposed to? Are we always killing one another? Do we look out for one another like we're supposed to? You see that? And that's one of the major issues within our community. When we read and sit there in the Bible, which is our historical records, and how it gives us a different outlook on life and how to treat one another. You understand? Bring it out.
Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet,
Read on.
and shew my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sin.
Right. So what we come out here to do is to show our people their transgression, to repent and turn back to the Most High God. Right? Because we love our brothers and sisters. Give me the book of Leviticus chapter 19 and start at verse number 17. And this is how you sit there. This is one of the ways that you can show love to your people.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
The Most High God tells us that we should not hate our brother within our heart. We have a damn near a church on every corner in our neighborhoods, and they always constantly saying we need to sit there and do something about our community. We need to get our people to come together. What can we do? If they read this one simple scripture right here, this will change a lot of our people's mindset. What did Most High God say again, Elder?
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Most High God said that we can't hate our brother. Read on.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him.
So right, so because for the wages of sin is death. When you continue to sin against the Most High God, then and we don't warn you, you're going to be put to death, but your blood is going to be on our hands.
Right.
It's on the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 17. So if we sit there saying that we love our brothers and sisters, this is like you about to walk across the street. I give this example a lot. And you got a handset on, and the bus is speeding. Do I love you if I let you walk across the street knowing that bus is speeding? Or would I love you if I tell you to stop so you won't get hit by that bus? Which one is showing that I love you? That bus is the judgment of the Most High. When you look at it, the judgments of the Most High is that bus, and he's going to hit and crash into whoever gets in front of him. And nobody's going to be able to sit there and draw the Most High's hand away from his judgments that he casts upon his people, and anybody else that he decides to cast his judgment on. Right now he's dealing with us because we are his chosen. How do we know that? Give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 7. Then give me the book of Isaiah chapter 44 and verse number 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Most of God say that we are a holy people. Holy just means separate. He separated us from the other nations. Put you in the book of Leviticus chapter 20 and starting at verse number 24. Grab that right quick, Elder. In the book of Leviticus. So we can show you what holy means. Because when you hear holy, what do you think of, Elder? Yeah. What comes to your mind when you hear holy? It's okay if you don't know, you can say that as well. Okay, that's fine, Elder. That's what we're here for. Read on, bring it out, Elder.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, starting at 24. But I have said unto you, you shall inherit their land, and I will give it unto you to possess it, a land that floweth with milk and honey. I am the Lord your God, which have separated you from other people.
What?
Separated you from other people.
Read on.
You shall therefore put difference between clean and unclean beasts, and between unclean fowls and clean. And ye shall not make your souls abominable by beast, or by fowl, or by any manner of living thing that creepeth on the ground.
The Most High gave us a dietary law on certain things that we can and can't eat. And he said we're going to put a difference between what's clean and unclean. The things that we can eat and things that we can't eat. But we can continue on. Bring this up.
Which I have separated from you as unclean. And ye shall be holy unto me.
This is part of the key verse right here.
For I the Lord am holy.
Start from the top again on that verse.
Ye shall therefore put difference between clean beasts. I'm at the bottom. And ye shall be holy unto me.
Most of God said we shall be holy unto him. Read on.
For I the Lord am holy. and have severed you from other people that you should be mine.
See that? So the Most High God separated us from the other nations so that we be His. That's why I said that whenever we go, and the other nations around, they always staring at us. You know, because we catch everybody's eye. We different from everybody else. The way we carry ourselves is different from everybody else. You don't see us sitting there going into the countryside, driving four-wheelers like that, and driving Jeeps and everything in the dog, going in the mud, you know, playing in the mud and things of that nature, riding the backs of pigs. Do you see a lot of our people doing anything like that? Do you see our people sitting out here rock climbing with no survival gear or no protective gear on? But the white people get up there and climb the rocks like they ain't nothing, don't they? And what do we say when we see them doing that? That's the white folks, right? So same thing with us, man. Most of God separated us from all the other nations.
Where you get this one, man?
This one here? It's a collection of photos from the body, the organization that we're part of. They gave us these photos so we can print it out, and they give an example for our people to see. Because a lot of times, man, when we go out here and talk to our people, they need to be able to see. They need to have a visual. I prefer more so visual learners than anything else, right? Let's go back to the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17, Elder. So most of God said that we can't sit there hate our brother in our heart.
Leviticus 19:17. You shall not hate thy brother in thy heart. You shall in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. You shall not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
Right. So like I said, for the wages of sin is death. When you continue to sin against the Most High God, you're going to eventually be put to death. So our goal is to let our people know that they are God's chosen, and they need to stop sinning against our Father and come back to keeping His laws, statutes, and commandments so that you can then inherit the kingdom. Now, the big question is, how do we know that we're God's chosen, right? Let's go to it. Let me get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse number 15. You know about Moses, right? Yeah. Moses, when the Pharaoh said, let my people go, right? When he said that, he wasn't talking about everybody. He was talking about a very specific people, a possessive pronoun. He said, let my people go. In doing so, the Most High God blessed Moses to part the Red Sea to help his people escape out of Egypt. Now, the people he was talking about that let go was the Israelites. And when he helped them escape out of Egypt, because they was in servitude over there, they were slaves, he sat down and said this to them.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse number 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
all these good things,
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So what is being said right here, Elder? Moses sat down and told the Israelites, listen, the Most High God has blessed y'all to escape out of Egypt, out of servitude. In doing so, he gave us rules, regulations, and guidelines that we must live by. You understand, Elder? The Most High God gave us rules, regulations, and guidelines to live by. And he said if you do so, then you'll be blessed above all the other nations upon the face of the earth. But if you disobey God, he's going to put these curses on you. Now, according to the context, these curses are not a good thing. Because these are the repercussions of being disobedient to God. Right? So let's go over some of these curses, and I want you to tell me who these people sound like that's receiving these curses, all right? Verse 16.
Cursed shall you be in the city, and cursed shall you be in the field.
The Most High God said, cursed shall you be in the city. Regardless of whatever state in America that you go to, who's sleeping on the sidewalks of curbs, strung out on drugs or selling drugs, primarily looking forward to government welfare assistance? What nation of people? See that? And cursed shall not be in the field. Who's picking cotton up from sun up to sundown in the blistering heat? The precious metals, the precious minerals and shit there, and stones out of the ground for free, getting their backs beat in. Who that happened to? What is that? Look at this. Hit the nigga baby. Nigga barbecue. Nigga zoo. See that? Just keep going. Give me verse 32, then give me 48 and 60.
Verse 32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and feel with longing for them, all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand.
So during the times when we was in the field, you see movies like Roots, Django, 12 Years a Slave. Our babies would be outside working with us in the plantation, and the plantation owner would come and take our children and give them to another plantation owner. And there could be nothing that we could do about it. And if we try to do anything about it, what would happen to us, Elder? If we try to take our children back from the plantation owner, from Massa, what would Massa have done do to us? You see that? 48, Elder.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Most of God says, since you don't want to serve me with joyfulness and gladness of heart, he said, therefore you're going to have to serve your enemies. I want you to keep that word in your mind, okay? Enemies.
Which the Lord shall send against thee
The Lord shall sin against us.
in hunger,
And hunger. Wherever you want to get something to eat from, McDonald's, Harris Teeter, sit there at Community Mart right here. Who own these establishments and these corporations and these businesses? Do we own these places? Who own them? 9 times out of 10, who owns it? Read on.
and in thirst.
Water comes freely out of the sky, comes out of the natural springs and wells. They put it in a bottle and they charge us for it. Did you know in the state of Virginia, you collect rainwater, you can charge a fine for it? Read on.
And in nakedness.
Let me ask you a question, Elder. Did you know that we picked $7 trillion worth of cotton in America? 7 trillion. Where's all that doggone cotton we picked at? You did it yourself? That's crazy. What? See that? We having a living testimony talking about the experiences of having to pick cotton right now. See that? Madness. And see, they gotta pay for that. Who will touch on that though? Who will touch on it? Go on, Elder.
And in one of all things.
And in one of all things, you want to get a driver's license, a house loan, car loan, whatever you want to get, we have to go to our enemies to receive it. There's no way around it. Everything, we have to go to our enemies to receive it. Read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck till thou be destroyed.
That same enemy will put a yoke of iron upon our neck until he have destroyed us. Yokes of iron. See that? Until, what does it mean until we have been destroyed? If you train up a dog to not leave your yard, you put that collar around his neck and a leash around that tree. After about 6 months of training that dog well, when you finally release that leash, is he gonna leave? Why? And he's trained up, right? Became dependent of his owner, right? And that's how people are now. Our people sit there became dependent of the so-called white man. Our people sit there sin or would rather die than to sin against the Most High God. Now people sit there, our people sin freely. The lashes to the back. Yeah, this. So make it give me 68. Give me 68 right there.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Most of God said that we would have to go into Egypt again. Not the Egypt we just came out of. Because they got destroyed. So what he's talking about is spiritual Egypt. Give me the book of Exodus chapter 20. Now give me Deuteronomy 6 and 12. And that's why it's so important for us to come out here and speak to our people, Elder. This is why I'm glad you dudes are willing to give the Most High some of your time. That's all we ask for. You're not really giving us the time. You're giving the Lord the time to hear His words of wisdom, because He wants you to sit there, wake up. He wants you to know how important you are. Bring it up.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12.
No, 6 and 12.
6 verse 12. Then beware lest thou forget the Lord, which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage.
From the house of what?
House of bondage.
Most our God said in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse number 68 that I'm going to send you into Egypt again. He said I'm going to send you into the house of bondage again. I'm going to send you into slavery again. Now let me ask you a question right quick, Elder. How do the so-called blacks, Hispanics get over here to the Americas? What form of transportation? Watch this. Slavery, right? Transatlantic slave trade. Watch what the word. Now this was written over 4,000 years ago now, Elder. This is why we hold fast to the scriptures. This is the only book that has prophecy and things that actually came true. None of these other, no other book can compare to that. Compared to this book right here. Bring it out, Elder.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
On a plane.
With ships.
See that? Suppose I got said you're gonna go into slavery again on ships. You just said how we got over here. Through slavery. On boats, right? See that? That's in the scriptures. You never heard that before, have you? See that?
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We haven't seen our homeland since, Elder. If I was to ask you right now, what is our homeland? What would you say? Our homeland. Give me that information. It's all good, and that's what we're here for.
Galatians chapter 4, verse number 26.
How y'all sisters doing? Got a couple of minutes to the words of the Lord?
But Jerusalem, which is above is free, which is the mother of us all.
Which is the what?
Mother of us all.
Jerusalem is our homeland. Alright, so now you know where your homeland is at, Elder. Jerusalem. Alright, Americans, this is not our home. We was brought here illegally at the hands of the so-called European nations and the Hamites. Because all the nations had their hand in our captivity. The Chinese had us in captivity at one point. The Arabs had us in captivity at one point. We've been in captivity under all the nations, and it's high time for us to sit there and get back on top again. But
I got it.
let me finish this one for you right quick. Let me finish this one for you.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I speak unto you, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Now, the so-called white man put us on slave auction box as soon as we got off the boat. He would shave off your beard, lather you up in large, and call you a whore. Elder?
For bondmen
For slave men
and bondwomen,
slave women.
and no man shall buy you.
That word buy in the Hebrew means to redeem, because Malcolm X couldn't get us out of our current condition, could he? Could Harriet Tubman get us out of our current condition right now? What about Marcus Garvey? Frederick Douglass? Can anybody get us out of the condition that we're in right now? Because we wouldn't be here right now if they could, wouldn't? You understand?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. I'm going to ask you slowly. If the Most High God said these curses would befall the Israelites, then who are we?
We are.
Yeah, if Moses said that these curses will fall on the Israelites, then who are we?
Egypt.
Where? We the Israelites. You're not black, Elder. You're not black.
Right.
This shirt I got on is black. These pants I got on is black.
Right.
I got
You older than, I'm pretty sure, because my elder right here is older than the term African American. What came in 1985, 86?
Right.
So who were we before then? We always been the Israelites. We never been sitting there African American. Never been Afro American.
I'm 67 myself.
You see that? So you're an Israelite, elder, from the biblical tribe of Judah.
Right.
That's what you are. So don't let nobody sit there ever tell you again that you black. So I gotta get a law for you though. It's wonderful law, because I know you say you need to get you something to eat. We're gonna go to Leviticus chapter 11 and verse number 7.
And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
What is swine, elder? Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's pork. What does the Most High God have to say about pork, elder?
Though he divide the hoof and cheweth the cud. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven with it.
Although the pig has some traits of a clean animal,
yet he cheweth not the cud.
they don't properly digest their food.
He is unclean to you.
What is that bacon?
Unclean to you.
That pork chop?
Unclean to you.
That pepperoni?
Unclean to you.
You know what?
Of their flesh shall you not eat.
Of the what?
Flesh shall you not eat.
Uh-huh.
And of their carcass shall you not touch.
You can't even touch a dead pig.
They are unclean unto you.
You're not even supposed to eat pork, Elder. Because you see that you be eating pork chops. You see that? That pepperoni, that breakfast sausage biscuit from McDonald's. So you gotta leave that pork alone, because that's one of the things I see that I put that separated us from our God. So don't eat that pork no more. Finish it up in verse 9.
And these shall you eat of all that are in the water.
Uh-huh.
Whatsoever have fins and scales in the water.
What has fins and scales in the water, Elder? There you go. So whatever you that comes out of the water has to have fins and scales.
And in the seas and in the rivers, them shall you eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
Right. So you can't sit and eat that pork, Elder. You can't eat that shrimp, that crab, and that lobster. Now, the most important reason to not do it is because our black God told us not to.
Right.
That's the most important reason. But when you go into, you look at the condition of your people, and you see some of our people that's sober, or they be getting high blood pressure, sit there, hypertension, gout, all these different ailments that's happening to our people. A lot of that is partaking and sitting there and consuming things that we have no business consuming. Because look, did you know that pigs don't have no sweat glands? They can't sit there, sweat out, sit there, toxins, none of that's inside of their body. In the days of old, they had what you call the pig man, who bring the swine into the town, and they was basically the garbage disposal company. The pigs would eat everything off the ground, and they take them and put them back up. They clean the earth. So imagine they eat dead bodies, they eat manure, which is, in simplest terms, doo-doo, shit. They eat that, they eat dead bodies. Imagine you, after they eat that and then you eat them. What is that doing to your body?
Damn it down, man.
Right.
That,
And you and I haven't seen how pigs got anything.
right.
Yes, they will.
Eat you too.
And yeah.
Yeah, they eat anything. He's right. What they say.
See that the same thing the pigs do on the land, the shrimp, crab, lobsters do in the ocean. They clean the ocean, they filter it out. But I know when you was younger, the ocean was a lot more pretty than what it is now. But now it's all nasty. Everybody sit there talking about shrimp, crab boils.
Right.
Did you know that they used to feed lobster to prison guards?
Right.
You know why, right? Because it's a bottom feeder. They knew that was trash. Now they tell you it's a delicacy. It's okay to eat it. They show the commercial, they squeeze the lemon on it, the scampi sauce. They advertise it and like it's real good, but really it's killing you. So don't eat that pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, Elder. Leave that stuff alone. Eat your clean food. What's your name, Elder? Mike? That's great. That's my Elder's name right here. All right, we love you, Elder.
I love you too, man. I'll get with y'all. All right.
All right, man. Get the Elder a flyer.
Y'all not the one that be up there sometime on Broad.
Nah. We used to be on Broad, but we won't go over there no more. We primarily be right here. Yeah, this is where we come back.
I'll get back with you, yeah?
All right, man. You be blessed. Get your flyer right there.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Love you, Elder.
I love you too, man. I learned something.
Yeah, man. Jesus ain't right, man. Give me the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 15. Hey, what's going on, brother? You got 2 minutes to hear the words of the Lord? All right, brother. You're an Israelite, man. Come chop it up with me, man. I don't know what he said. Give me the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse number 15.
Sirach, chapter 2, verse 15.
Bring it out.
They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word.
What?
Will not disobey his word.
Right. Those that really fear the Most High God, man, will not disobey his word, man. A lot of people gotta understand that. A lot of our people don't sit there believe, been indoctrinated with modern Christianity, man, that you think you can do whatever you want to do. But the Most High God gave us rules, regulations, and guidelines that we must live by, man.
Right.
We can't be out here going up and down these streets, man, doing whatever the hell it is that we want to do. Because we represent him, man.
Right.
He said he chose us. He said that we're his chosen, that we out here acting like a bunch of damn fools, man.
Right.
Killing one another. Sit there holding out our women, man.
Right.
Destroying our communities by sitting there selling drugs, man. Not helping one another, man. You see a brother getting beaten in the side of the damn street.
We're gonna bring you a flyer.
Take a flyer then, brother. Yeah.
Bring his kids. Promise that. I always support this.
Oh, praise.
Yeah, man. Scan that QR code when you get a chance, brother. It's a lot of important information up there for you, King.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. You be blessed out here, man. How y'all doing, family? Y'all got 2 minutes in the words of the Lord? 2 minutes. 2 minutes, brother.
Life saving.
It's life and death for our people, man. I know y'all tired of seeing our community the way that it is. But how do you get out of it, brother? Let's talk about it. Don't say something and keep walking, brother. Let's talk. Let's have a discussion, man. That's what we're here for. They had a discussion. Once again, man, you know, our people say certain things, man, like you got to get out of it, man. Well, this is the way to get out of it, man. There's no other way out of the condition of our people, man, other than going to the Most High. If you don't want to serve the Most High, man, then you can continue to be in the condition that you're in. Right? Bring that on over.
Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 15.
Bring it up.
They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways.
And see, the ways of the Most High is not hard at all, man. Bring that out in the book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse number 4, man. Because a lot of people act like sitting there serving the Most High is really hard, man. You know? What's wrong with sitting there? What's so hard about loving your brother, man? What's so hard about sitting there and not selling drugs to your people, man? What's wrong with sitting there when you lie down with a woman, man? You gotta need to make her your wife. So these are important facts in our life, man, that the Most High commanded us to keep. And what's going on, brother? You come chop it out with me like 2 minutes. 2 minutes, man.
Take a flyer, man. Can you take a flyer, brother? Huh? Can you take a flyer? Flyer?
Flying.
Oh, yeah, I take a flyer.
What the brother flying, man?
I gotta go, though, man. I gotta get like this.
All praise.
Go ahead, finish that, bring it out all that.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, Torah. Now, where you see that? You said 1 John 3, 4 or 5?
Hold on, 5.
1 John chapter 5, verse 4. For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world. What do you want? What is that?
I said 5 before, didn't I?
1 John chapter 5, verse 3.
Bring it out.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
What?
Not grievous.
And his commandments are not grievous, man. Going back into what I was saying, man, we got to be able to be willing to do what the Most High God has commanded us to do.
Right.
Love one another. Rebuking one another. Rebuke just means correct, man. Because if the Most High God said his wages of sin is death, man, why the hell would I want my brothers and sisters to continue to sin, knowing that there's destruction coming directly behind it?
Right.
You understand? I don't wish death for my people, man. I wish better for my people, man. But you have to come to the words of the Most High. You have to hear the word. Give me the book of Revelation, chapter 1, and verse number 3.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein.
And do what?
Keep those things which are written therein.
Right, man.
Is at hand.
For the time is at what?
For the time is at hand.
Nah, see, we got plenty of time.
For the time is at hand.
Right. So the Most High God said, blessed is he that readeth, hear the words, and do the words that are written therein.
Right.
For the time is at hand.
Right.
See, y'all are not paying attention to the things that's going on around us, man. How many South Africans is how many white Africans is Trump bringing over here?
70,000, he say.
70,000. And these people got a lot of built up tension, man. They said that we over there abusing them, not treating them right. We can't have our own brothers and sisters come over here, but they bringing their own brothers and sisters over here.
Right. Mad.
And I'm telling you now, and when they bring them over here, it's gonna be destruction.
Right.
They coming for us niggas.
Right.
If you're so-called black, Hispanic, native, or Negro, indigenous descent, they coming for you.
Right.
And they coming at your neck, man. These people want blood. They said we taking over all their jobs.
Right.
They said that we not they're being mistreated by us.
Right.
They got all kinds of excuses, man,
Right.
to want to do bodily harm to us.
Right.
Great bodily harm.
Right.
And if y'all don't sit there, don't wake the hell up, man, you can be caught out there.
Right.
See, everybody's going about their life, man, like nothing is happening.
Right.
Look at brothers and sisters, man. They don't even want to have a discussion with their own brothers.
Right.
To hear how important they are to the Most High God.
Right.
To know that they are kings and sit there and princesses of Israel. I bet you brothers sit there know all the stats of football and basketball players, but can't name two of our righteous kings in the Bible.
Right.
Go back to the book of Sirach, chapter 2, and verse number 16.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 16.
Bring it out.
And it reads, they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well.
Do what?
They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him. And they that love him shall be filled with the law.
It shall be filled with the what?
With the law.
Because see, our people don't realize, man, that when you don't sit there without the law, what do you take away when you take away the law from us? You take away our traditions,
Right.
biblical traditions.
Right.
You take away our heritage.
Right.
You take away all our customs. We have Passover. We got a day of Simon coming up.
Right.
You know, we got very important high holy days coming up, man. And our people have no clue about it because they don't have the law in them, man.
Right.
And they don't want the law in them. This is the main issue on why our communities is the way that it is now, because we always want to do what the hell we want to do instead of doing what the Most High God has told us to do and be prosperous upon this earth. Go to the book of Joshua chapter 1 verse 8.
This is the book.
How you doing, young sister? You got 2 minutes to hear the words of the Lord? 2 minutes.
Come on, sis.
Come on, sis.
Come on, sis.
All right, sis.
All right, sis.
Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
Shall not what?
Not depart out of thy mouth.
Right. This thing we should be speaking the laws of the Most High all day, every day. Because the words of the Most High God is always good, man. Anything outside of that is what? It's wickedness, folly, foolishness. So we need to be speaking the words of the Most High, man, day and night. Read on.
Thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
We should be sitting there meditating on these words day and night, man. This is the only thing that's going to keep us sane.
Right.
If you don't, man, your mind is going to be bad, man.
Right.
You're going to be destroyed.
Right.
Read on.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous.
So then shall what?
And then thou shalt make thy way prosperous. And then thou shalt have good success.
See that? So then when we sit there partaking in the words of the Most High, when we supping with the Most High, doing the things that is well pleasing to the Most High, then our ways become prosperous, man.
Right.
Then things might let up a little bit on you, man. You might right now, you might can't sit and get caught up on your bills, man. But when you give the Most High God that attention, man, He's gonna help you overcome those bills, man.
Right.
And He's gonna bless you with a little more on top of that.
Right.
You may be able to get that nice car that you want,
Right.
that nice house that you want.
Right.
But you'll never see it, man, if you won't give the Lord the time that He desires. Go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 17.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 17.
Bring it out.
And thou say in thy heart, my power and the might of my hand has gotten me this wealth. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth.
It's he that what?
Giveth thee power to get wealth.
It's the Most High God that gives you power to get wealth, man.
Right.
You know. Now, the Most High God don't want you to sit there working, laboring to sit there to get rich. What he wants you to do is to come out here. He wants you to serve him and to warn your people, because this is not our kingdom.
Right.
This is not our rest.
Right.
Hey, brother, you got a couple of minutes to the word, hear the word of the Lord? That's the problem, man. Don't nobody have nothing to do with the Lord, though. It's the Lord that's going to sit there and bless your ways to be prosperous, man. Hey, sis. You got 2 minutes to the words of the Lord? You see that? Give me the classes. Zechariah chapter 7, verse 11.
Bring it out.
The words of the Lord made manifest, man, right before your eyes, man. A lot of people don't have time for the Lord, man. Everybody's always busy, man. If it ain't about money, they ain't trying to hear it.
Right.
Hey, well, look, man, this money's gonna be destroyed soon, man.
Right.
And really, right now, America's about to go to that digital currency, man. Then when you sit there, you cut up, or you don't go to that, but go back to that plantation field like you're supposed to. The money cut off at the switch of a button. Bring it up.
Zechariah chapter 7 and 11. But they refused to hearken.
But they what?
But they refused to hearken.
Read on.
And pulled away the shoulder.
What they do?
Pulled away the shoulder.
And stopped up their ears, that they should not hear.
Our people, man, they pull away the shoulder from the Most High, man. Like I was saying earlier, man, but they want to see their kid. They want to be able to excel in life.
Right.
They want certain things out of life.
Right.
Our people sit there and feel like they supposed to get this or they supposed to get that, but not giving the Lord the attention that he needs and he deserves. You understand? And that's what get us jammed up, man. You know, that's why that vehicle be all jammed up, be jacked up. You know what I'm saying? Our people's in a terrible state, man. And it's only getting worse.
Right.
We're not getting better out here. And the brothers and sisters that do get to come up, they forget about you once they get out the hood. They don't want nothing to do with you, because y'all be wicked, man.
Right.
Go back to the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse number 17, Brother Bashar.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 17.
Bring it out.
They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord, and not in the hands of men.
Right.
For as his majesty is, so is his mercy.
See that? And those that what's going on, brother? Hey, you got 2 minutes of the words of the Lord? Come on, brother. You've been walking up and down this parking lot. Come here, the words of the Lord. They get this spiritual food for you, brother. See that? It's sad, man. Our people are in a turbulent state, man. Man, it's stressful sometimes, man, seeing how people go through this, man. Going to and fro, having no idea where you're going, but don't want to have nothing to do with your black God. The one that woke you up this morning. The one that gave you the ability to walk, talk, use both your arms. Bring it out as Sirach again.
Bring it out.
Book of Sirach, Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 17. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord, not in the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy.
Hey, man, the Most High God is a merciful God, man. And that's what I was getting into when I said he's blessed you with the ability to get up this morning. They removing the body, your legs, your arms, the ability to talk. The most I wanted to, man, he can have it so that you can't even walk no damn more.
Right.
So you can't talk no more. Or, you know, we get to a point, man, the Most High get fed up with us, man, and we not doing what he says, man. He just take our life, man.
Right.
Give me the book of Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 7, man.
Sirach chapter 5, verse 7.
Bring it
Bring it
out.
out.
Make no tarrying in turning to the Lord.
Man, don't be wasting no time to turn to the Lord. Stop doing that. We don't have much time left. Oh, I'm gonna go, you know, I got something to do, man. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna see what it's talking about later. Now, later may not be promised to you, man. Read on.
Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord,
Uh-huh.
and put not off from day to day.
Uh-huh.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
That's plain and simple, man. Don't keep playing with the Lord. Keep straddling the damn fence. And the Most High gonna sit there and your ass falls on the other side of the fence where you sit there and you receive destruction at. Stop playing with the Lord. Because he's not playing. He's wrapping this thing up. Give me the book of Habakkuk chapter 2, start at verse 2.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2.
Bring it out.
And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon table.
Right, so we come out here, man, we tell our brothers and sisters the visions of the Lord. We tell him the vision that was given to us by the Lord. And what happened, sis?
Oh,
Praise
praise.
to the Most High.
All praise. All praise.
Oh, praise.
Yeah, since we ain't gonna hold you up too long, we understand you got moves to make. Give me the book, Isaiah, Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1 again.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, and verse number
How you
1.
doing, sister? I'm doing, man.
And it reads,
Do you believe in the Bible, sis? You do? So what we come out here to do, and the elder about to bring it out.
cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Right, so we come out here to wake our people up and let our people know that they need to repent and come back to the Lord thy God. Because see, our people don't know. If I was to ask you, who would you be considered on the left side of this list right here? Who would you be considered as?
All praise to the Most High.
So you know about the Israelites. For real, so what you think about it, sis? Think about the understanding of you being an Israelite. But, so you said you know about it, so, you know, the information that was presented to you, do you believe that you're an Israelite? Well, there's only one.
I'm not for sure. I haven't got a confirmation from the Lord yet, so I can't really say something that I've really concretely.
Right, so let's help you get the confirmation. Yeah, that's what we got to deal with it. Let's get the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28. And, as a matter of fact, Isaiah 44:1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter chapter 44, verse number 1. And it reads, Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant.
Jacob is the progenitor of the Israelites. Jacob had 12 sons. His name was changed to Israel. Read on.
And Israel, whom I have chosen.
And who?
Israel, whom I have chosen.
And Israel, who he had chosen. Now, how do we know that we're the Israelites? Right? What's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, start at verse number 15.
Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse number 15.
Now, you familiar with Moses, right? When the Pharaoh said, let my people go. That's just like if I was to go to a prison warden and say, let my people go. Am I talking about everybody? Or people that look like me and you? Alright, so he when the Pharaoh said, let my people go.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right. So Moses, God said that he told Moses, They go tell my people, I didn't help them escape out of the land of Egypt. They have rules, regulations that they must live by. That's given from me. The verse 1 through 14 is the blessings for the Israelites if they kept God's commandments. Verse 15 on down is the curses that will fall upon the Israelites if they didn't keep God's commandments. So let's see who these curses fall upon. Verse 16.
Cursed shall you be in the city, and cursed shall you be in the field.
And whatever state you go to, whatever city, what demographic of people is sit there, is strung out on drugs, living on sidewalks and curbs, primarily one government welfare system.
Black people.
See that? And cursed shall that be in the field. So who's working from sun up to sundown in the blistering heat and they back be there?
Black people and Jews.
Well, blacks.
With the Bible context.
With-
Offers.
Well, blacks are. We are Jews. We are the Jews.
Not all of us.
What do you mean?
We're all from different tribes, so I can't say that we're all Jews.
That's true. So we just got to give me James 1:1. As a matter of fact, give me Deuteronomy 28:64. Since you're writing Deuteronomy 28.
You want to do?
The Jews is Benjamin, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Those are the Jews. Those are just the main three tribes of Israel. But that doesn't, Jews doesn't envelope the whole nation of Israel.
Right.
You have Israel, and then you have the Jews. Israel would be the rest of the tribes, the other 10 tribes.
Northern and southern.
The northern and southern kingdom, which was divided. You can find that in the book of 2 Kings, chapter 17. We'll deal with it. Deuteronomy 28:64 first.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse number 64.
Bring it out.
And it reads, and it shall come, and the Lord shall scatter you among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Right. That's talking about modern Christianity and sit there and yeah. But nevertheless, so I agree with you. We was all scattered across the four corners of the earth. But primarily Judah came over here during the period of the transatlantic slave trade, because the northern kingdom, they was sitting away during that Syrian captivity. You find that right out in the book of 2 Kings, chapter 17, start at verse number 18.
2 Kings 17 and 18. Therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel, and removed them out of his sight. There was none left but the tribe of Judah only.
But the tribe of Judah only. And so Judah would be the Jews. But Levi, they didn't have no inheritance. They didn't have their own land. So all the rest of the tribes of Israel had to sit there, had to help and sit there taking care of Levi. Benjamin got jammed up, sit there and got jammed up in the mix as well. But it ended up being us we left. Benjamin, Judah, and Levi. So Israel was the ones that was sitting away during Syrian captivity. They're the ones that came over here before we did. We had to sit there, who they call the Native American Indians. We're glad that right quick in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 14, I believe.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 14.
Bring it out.
Or made it like some vile beast.
No, that's you know
Second Edges.
I got you. Okay. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse number 40. And it reads, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea.
So the northern kingdom got sent away during the time of King Hosea, under King Salmanassar.
The king whom Salmanassar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so they came into another land. But they took counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
So they wanted to get from amongst the other nations, you know.
And go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land.
You know what?
And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river.
So they took a walkway that the Most High God created for them, and they said they came over where
the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Osiris.
And that's the modern day America. And so they came to land to the Osiris. So it was a native, it was the northern kingdom that said that they came over here first. But we want to get back into sit there knowing how we know.
Gotta go. Thank you for the knowledge. Have a
Alright,
great
sis.
day.
What Israelite says, come back to the Most High while you got time. Alright, one more sit there. My time is up, man. I'm gonna let the next mighty and eloquent speaker sit there bring it out. With that, Shalom.
The book of Mark, chapter 1, verse number 15.
Bring it out.
And say, the time is fulfilled, and the kingdom of God is at hand. Repent ye and believe in the gospel.